Hey guys, I'm Seb and I have a review for you today. Actually it's not the first shortcast of the day, but as I'm recording it once again, I already explained that in some previous casts. I'm not always posting them as I recorded them because I have to make a post processing. So maybe you're not actually getting it today I would expect, but anyway, I'm here for you today as you're watching it, and maybe not the same today as I'm recording it. So I have a review for this American player, which is The Definition of Evil, who asked me for this review, so I'll just unpause the game and see how it goes. So I'll be focusing on, as on any review, on only one player. In this case it will be the American player. The first tips I could give is to try to put the barracks a bit further on the map. I mean, if you're putting it at the edge of your base, your units produced will be faster on the field because they have to work less. I mean, that way, every rifleman getting out of their barracks will have to walk through that way to go on the field. And if you put it just a bit forward, then they have to walk a bit less, so you're gaining some seconds. That's not always important, but it's still better. I mean, every second you can gain is always good to take. So I'm always putting my barracks as far as I can on my base to be the closest possible from the center of the battlefield. So yeah, definitely you can try to look on that. It's not really a huge mistake, it's not really a huge problem to put it there, but yeah, as I said, sometimes it can be, depending. 1 second. You're doing standard opening with 2 engineers and a rifleman. However, the Wehrmacht has gone for 3 pioneers. BunkerHans, I didn't talk about him actually. Yeah, he's called BunkerHans. I don't know that player. And he went for 3 pioneer start, which is something I also do sometimes now. I think I'm not sure, maybe I have popularized it with Sunday Night Fights and some other finals or stuff in tournaments, because I kinda use that in some of them. I'm definitely not the first player to use that, so I'm not taking any credit out of the strategy, if we can call that a strategy, or at least the opening. But yeah, I've been using the 3 pioneers, and I like that because it's giving yourself much more map in the early game compared to your opponent. I'm kinda strange he didn't go for this one then, because he has 1 more pioneers to cook up elsewhere, but yeah, it gives you more map, and I kinda like that if you can capitalize on it. And just the main thing you should avoid when doing 3 pioneers is like that, to be forced to retreat too early in the game, because then it's basically putting you back to just 2 capping units instead of the 3 you got in the first place. So that's exactly what you should avoid when you're doing that, Wehrmacht. And 2 of them have been forced to retreat actually, not even just 1. So that's kinda bad for him. And he's still at yeah, he has more map than you because of that, but no, it's not even more, it's just the same. Maybe he has 5 more munitions or something like that. But yeah, now that you connected this, you definitely have kinda the same. You will have more fuel because you're capturing this one. So you definitely, the guy is not going to, I mean, the opening of the guy is not going to pay for itself, since he had those retreats, and he will probably have a force to retreat the last pioneer. That's really bad. He's laying lots of wires. I guess this one is preventive. Anyway, yeah, back to this replay. You can just cut the wires with your engineers. Obviously, it's not stopping yourself from going on this side of the map. However, since you had all of those pioneers, you could have kinda forced a fight and actually kill the Volks, because you will have 2 riflemen, and you maybe will have only 1 Volks since there's lots of pioneers instead. But you let go that window of opportunity, so the guy is now kinda pushing your bridge and going to pin you probably. I would say when you see that, it's maybe not the best idea to go for his fuel there. Maybe just, yeah, the fuel might be okay, but this rifleman, you have to bring it back to the middle of the map to take the opponent from behind. You don't need to cap this point because it's not connected to your territory anyway, so you have no advantage of doing it. Decapping it is okay because you're removing the resources from your opponent, but there's no reason to get it for yourself. When you're in such a situation, you should send your unit in the middle of the map and just get back your side of the map. At least the middle, because the guy is really focusing like that. This rifleman alone is not going to make it against all of those units, so that's kinda a mistake to have sent him alone like that, because now we will probably have to retreat it to save it. Yeah, so that's really putting you back. Did you just produce new engineers? Yes. I guess why not? Oh, bad retreat path because there's a wire there. I don't know, maybe it was just because you went past the fuel point, I'm not sure. But you should be careful to that retreating. I know, yeah, it's the bad retreat path because of the Y on this bridge, so definitely they had to take the other way. So when there's a rise there, or if this one wasn't cut and you are capping the fuel, you have to really move back manually, like this way, just to retreat safely. If you're just retreating from there, they'll take that bad path and you will use your units. So yeah, as you see, this one is blocking you from there, so you had a unit behind, which is this rifleman, and you should definitely be using this rifleman, maybe in the house or there, and just flanking the unit from behind, and this will allow you to bring back your units in the field. Really, the fuel there should not be your priority, sorry, at this point in the game. It should be forcing him out of that and preventing the pin or suppression from blocking you on your base. So that should be your priority. I guess you're building a flank by those units, and I saw you also get Boss Concertor, which is very nice. I hope you get a mortar. Yeah, you do. That's kinda the best thing you could expect. On Samoa and against a pin like that, getting that fast mortar and not losing too much manpower in rifleman, not losing rifleman. This one charging in red cover, not really good idea. That flamethrowers being alone is not really the best idea. I saw you got grenades, that's kinda sad. The first one didn't make more kills. The first grenade is really important because the opponent will not be expecting it, so you usually will be saving the first grenade for good opportunity to make lots of kills and not just to kill one guy. And this one was maybe a bit obvious. The guy kinda is not kinda good at microing, so it still kinda worked. But against a good player, this grenade was really too obvious and you should not use it. No, probably not. So you've got the mortars, that's nice. There's 2 machine guns. There's definitely some work to do with the mortar. I'm afraid you don't have any rifleman or engineer to spot for the mortar at that point though, so I'm not sure if you know where to target. Actually maybe on this machine gun because the guy didn't move. And you're actually kinda good. You didn't lose too much manpower since the early game. You were blocked on the bridge, but you still had your part of the map and the guy has been cut off himself. So at this point you're definitely in a strong position, I mean at least fair position, you're not losing. So I'm kinda wondering what will happen to make you lose the game so fast afterwards, because yeah, you're really kinda good now. However, at this point, that's the problem. There is those riflemen and there's absolutely nothing spotting for the mortar, so it's not firing any shell. It's kinda sad. I'm not sure what those riflemen were waiting there, because now they have to make the cover. I'm kinda surprised. All of those grenades did not kill much every time. I've seen grenades doing much more damage. And you're letting the guy harass your side of the map with just one pioneers. You should be sending that rifleman to prevent the pioneer from uncapping you. I'm not sure why you're not just harassing him and preventing him from doing that, because you definitely have the advantage in terms of firepower or stuff like that. So yeah, I don't get it, and that's the mortar still not as any target, I'm afraid. And the guy is actually going for T3. Put an observation post on the fuel. And you actually did the same, which is also nice on this map. So far it's a pretty fair game. You could be winning a bit more if you prevented that guy from harassing your war map instead of sitting on the church or just sitting, I don't know. You should really have forced that guy to retreat much earlier. You will still have those high munition point and the victory point. And maybe you would have seen that machine gun by going there, and you could have used your mortar on it and stuff like that. So yeah, that's maybe the only mistake so far, I would say. And you even managed to finish the pioneers, that's cool. There's the mortar doing some kills on the Volks. I'm not sure what those riflemen were trying to do. You should definitely retreat them at this point. You're losing manpower. Maybe you're trying to throw a grenade, I don't know, but it's kinda just losing manpower there. So you must be more careful retreating. I'm not sure I mean, yeah, the guy who went over the mine, I can understand the retreat, but the flamethrowers didn't really have to retreat. They could have just came to the middle of the map softly. Anyway, you're still looking, I mean, not that bad, but yeah, the guy is pushing you, and since I mean, those riflemen sitting in the church, I'm not sure about that. Maybe you could just force that machine gun to retreat with the mortar. I'd say you should get Tri-Center at some point, because you really have low health guys. The sooner the better. I guess if you're, I don't know. Yeah, I think you should be getting it maybe before the tank depot, because if you don't, yeah, you're doing it. Actually, you're kinda doing everything kinda right on this game. So I'm still even more surprised. This one might be not the right thing. I mean, those guys are already low health, and throwing that grenade is really too obvious. I mean, it's really too easy to dodge, so I would say you'd better just stay in cover and let the mortar do the damage than trying. I mean, obvious grenades, it's not really good. When you saw the Puma, you should be retreating, obviously. And yeah, because you let the guy grab this part of the map, you will actually be in a bad position now. You played kinda good, and just because of that stupid thing, which is not even that significant in the first place, you're just now being completely pushed out of the map. If you just prevented the guy from going there and just at least, I mean, just hold your territory. There's no reason to not have defended that, and if you had defended it, you would be in a much better position. And now you just have absolutely no map left, and that's really bad. And yeah, I guess that's just that. You have not been. I mean, you didn't put any mines to prevent the opponent from capping your map, and you also didn't send any unit to prevent it, and so you just captured it freely. So you just got what you deserved. And you're looking pretty bad now. Evtolo didn't really lose manpower. You just completely lost the map, so that's just that. It's not much. It's kinda easy to spot, easy to fix. But yeah, just that. And so there's the M10 coming. That might do the work against those two Pumas. But I'm not sure about. I mean, the guy is nicely laying mines, he captured the whole map, he could, I'm not ever sure why he's keeping the MG so behind, he could be putting the MG in front of your bridge. I guess he's afraid of the mortar, which is understandable. But it will take you so long to just get the map back. that the opponent can basically get any unit he wants. I thought you didn't lose much manpower, which is good actually, but on the other hand, your opponent, it was the same for him. He also didn't lose much manpower, so I mean, you're in the same situation, except he has sold the map and you have not. There's some medics there. You should be focusing the medics with your squads to prevent him from getting free squads. I'm not sure if you did not see it or something. You should be targeting it. And you finally saw that machine gun. I guess you tried to blob him. I mean, not really blob, but come from front. It might actually work because you have grenades, but the guy has put some really nice mines, so he actually didn't ever to retreat that machine gun. And I think I heard the sound of a grenade. I'm not sure, but your grenades are really too obvious. You should not be taking grenades. I'm not sure. Yeah, maybe yes, but I'll give you the trick I already gave on some of the casts. When you're throwing a grenade, you should come with the rifleman in close range, and while the riflemen are still moving, you just start clicking on the grenade ability, and you will see the range of the ability, and you should throw the grenade while the rifleman are still moving, and when the range of the grenade is just coming, I mean, near the other guys, just a bit after that, you throw the grenade, and then all of the squad will continue to move except that one guy throwing the grenade, and the guy will see the animation of lots of guys moving and he might not be expecting the grenades. So that's what you want to do in theory, to throw a grenade correctly, and in practice it comes with habits. You know, there's sometimes it's too obvious, you can feel that, then just avoid it. And you're really, yeah, in a bad position on the map. I'm not sure if you took a doctrine or company already. I think you could have finished capturing that point before retreating. You were full health and you almost got the point already, so you could have kept this one, I think. I'm not sure if you have any doctrine yet. I hope for you that your armor doctrine, you're actually out of pop cap also. That's kinda bad. You definitely need it to cap that point to not be out of pop cap. You should be sending a unit to cap this one. Really, I have quite rarely seen that before. Or American player, be careful, triple Faust could finish the M10, I think. You don't want to stay there. Quite fortunately the guy, yeah, he used the triple Faust, and with just the Puma main gun can finish the M10. You should have been much more careful. And yeah, you're really being too passive with the rifleman, and you're just letting the guy get your map. You're not really reacting. You're not even capping. I mean, why are those guys sitting there? Those guys sitting there instead of being there capping? It's really surprising. A surprising American play. Wehrmacht player nicely getting a veterancy ever for one tank. I always advise people to do that, and he's basically just playing all good. He's getting right units, kinda. He's been capping the map when you gave him the opportunity. Maybe just the Pumas are a bit not good, and he could have finished that one M10 earlier before he killed the other Puma. Sorry. Oh, I'm a bit tired. I didn't really sleep this night. So yeah, I think you should work on those points already. And you have lots of manpower and you're out of pop cap. That's kinda sad. You could maybe just put back the observation post on that fuel, since you're actually lacking fuel for that. And I'm not sure the doctrine you are, it's probably armor, as I said, but then I'm not sure why you're not getting. I guess you're getting the right side and maybe going for a lead war machine, which might be good, but definitely, I mean, you cannot win the guy if you let the Wehrmacht have so much part of the map. With so much munitions and fuel, he can basically do whatever he wants. So that's really not good. And yeah, on the point of capping there, there's two two ways of preventing that. The first way is just to be sending the M10 to actually cover the rifleman, or the other way is to use engineers and just put some mines to make a trap. When you're expecting the guy to be harassing your capping units with a Puma or any other unit, it could be also as Wehrmacht against American if there's an M8 or something, just put some mines and then go cap the point, and the guy will say, if he does the same and harass you, he will just run over mine, and then you send the M10 or sticky bomb or whatever you want to finish him. So yeah, I'm afraid I will go a bit for faster because I'm afraid the game is kinda lost at this point. You already hit a lead war machine for just one M10. It's not going to save you the game. It's kinda really lost at this point. Since you had a lead war machine, I would have gone for the second M10 instead of the AT gun. The AT gun is not a bad idea against tanks. It's definitely a safe bet. But yeah, I don't know. I mean, the guy has a mortar, did yes or no? It's you. But he could get neighbor warfare and stuff like that, and that easily kills an AT gun. So it might have been better with the second M10, but basically it's not that AT gun that's losing you the game. The game is kinda lost since so long already because you let the guy get so much map without defending it. Main mistake for me. So trying to push, yeah. It's kinda desperate situation. I guess you will just get run out of victory points before actually being able to do anything. Pushing there was kinda smart, I guess. If you feel you're completely locked down from that side, you can indeed just give up, but I don't know what I want to say actually. I just said what I wanted to. So yeah, just continue to go forward. I think I gave you the main mistake from this replay, and I don't really have much. Yeah, once again, I feel you're going to throw a grenade and it's really too obvious. Really with the grenades, you should be working on that too. I mean, you could see miles away what you're trying to do there and easily avoid it. And even more than just avoiding it, you even managed to kill lots of your guys when you try to rush him. Yeah, I should stop saying when I don't know what to say. I should just not say anything. I'm working on that, guys. So there's for the Fatherland used. I'm not even sure why it needs that. I'm not even sure. He's floating so much resources. Yeah, he's so good. I mean, he's not good, but he's such in a good position that I guess anything could win. But if I was him, I would have gone maybe registered artillery or propaganda war to just prevent you from capping this victory point. But it's basically just delaying in when you will actually lose the game. And yeah, that's the idea on Samoa. You cannot afford to lose your side of the map or be pushed out of the middle, so you should work on that. You kinda got the right units, all the right units at kinda all the right timing. The mortar was right on time, the M10 was kinda right on time also for the tier 3, but every unit has been used kinda wrong. Those riflemen have been way too passive, not actually keeping you the map. The mortar didn't had any unit to spot for it and actually give choicy targets. The M10 have been kinda suicided. I'm not sure if that word ever exists, but yeah, you're kinda losing it for no reason. Yeah, or stuff like that. So the this game is about to be over on victory point. So that's it. I don't really have anything else to add. I think I told you pretty much everything I could from this game. I hope you will be okay with it. I mean that you will acknowledge and improve based on that. Just tell me if that actually helped or not. And yeah, thanks for sending me this replay. I actually really liked casting it because the game was not too long for no reason. 25 minutes is correct a correct time for a game. It's just long enough for me to speak kinda non-stop and spot your mistakes and help you to improve, and not too long to the point of the same mistake being done over and over and to the point of being bored. So that's really the kind of replay definitely I'm looking for. How I could make review of this kind of replay like a lot more. It's a kinda nice investment of my time compared to doing another game by repeating the same stuff after 20 minutes. So yeah, really thanks for for sending me these games. This game. I hope you guys will have enjoyed actually. Not sure. Yeah, it's in the future from the time I'm actually recording it, but it's in the present for you guys to be watching. So actually it will be in the past when you listen, when you will be hearing this command. You will actually have seen the replay already or the showcast already. So I just hope you enjoyed it in the past. And yeah, just leave any feedback if you want. Request feedback, replays, review for your own games. And yeah, I think that's it. So thanks you guys for watching. See you for the next one.